Welcome to OCA, a special podcast for special people. Our mission is for OCA to enable individuals and families with autism or other disabilities the opportunity to maximize their abilities. Over the past 15 years, we have grown from an idea to a full community of professionals serving the Central Florida community. We're excited to share our favorite memories, tips, and experiences with you. And we hope to inspire you to get involved too. Ready to get started? Let's dive in.
Hello, OCA family, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Margaret, COO of OCA, and I'm so glad you're back for another episode. Today, I'm joined by a special guest, our case manager, Faye. Welcome to the show, Faye.
Hello.
So Faye joined us here at OCA in August, and she originally came as a direct care staff, and she did an incredible job. And in fact, when we were ready for her to move into this new role, everyone was quite sad because they truly enjoyed having her on the floor, the participants and the staff. But from my perspective, I'm really glad that she's the case manager now because she's helping me with some really, really great projects. So why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about what that case manager role really means here at OCA?
Yeah. So for the case manager role, I am helping out with two new programs at OCA, the uninsured and underinsured therapy program and the First Light Academy. For me, OCA, along with the uninsured, underinsured, is committed to providing high-quality, low-cost therapeutic services for individuals with special needs in Central Florida that our team offers. We have early intervention classroom program, one-on-one ABA services, parent training, social skill groups, mental health counseling, and co-payment assistance. And then for our First Light Academy program, it is a series of credentialed courses series we offer to our neurodivergent adults 18 years and older for our 10-week cohorts. And in those cohorts, we work on social skill training, problem-solving skills, daily living skill support, health and nutrition education, internship placement, and job coach support.
Wow. These are our newest programs offered at OCA, and they are funded by Orange County Citizens Review Panel for Children. Our development team and myself, we worked really hard over the last year to obtain funding to support First Light Academy, which will service our adults, and the uninsured and underinsured program, which will service children birth to age 22. And these are so needed in our community, and I'm very excited. And it also allows us to have a case manager,
Yes.
Faye. Great. Faye is also our in-house basketball expert, though Sylvia might fight you for that title. However, but she has brought basketball back to OCA's Special Olympics program. For some of you who've known us for a while, we used to have a big basketball program, but had to take a break because we just didn't have anyone to fill that role. But Faye has taken that challenge. So what's the best part for you about teaching and playing basketball with our participants?
Yeah, so the best part for me is seeing participants surprise themselves by mastering a basketball skill and then telling everyone they see about it, telling them about how they could dribble 160 times in 1 minute, and before they could only dribble about 50 times. When I'm walking down the hallway and I hear an athlete yelling, Faye, Coach Faye, I can't wait for basketball today. I've been practicing my skills at home and I cannot wait to impress you. That's always a highlight of my day. And my two passions in life are merging together, that being working in this field and working with basketball.
So you didn't always live in this area. So where are you from originally?
I am originally from Ohio, a small town right on the river. And I went to college in Illinois at Olivet Nazarene University, where I studied special education and family and consumer sciences. And after I graduated, I got engaged and married to my wonderful husband. We have a 2-year-old now, and we moved to Florida to be closer to family and to enjoy the warm weather and just not to have to scrape snow off of our windshields.
Yeah, I am a big advocate for no snow.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you do in the special needs space prior to coming to OCA?
So prior to coming to OCA, I was a case manager in a sense. I was a qualified intellectual disability professional where I worked as the liaison for families, state, and the participants themselves. and I helped them succeed in different programs and developing independent.
That was the residential setting, is that correct?
That would be group home and residential in 2 different areas. So in Indiana, I did residential. In Florida, I've done group home.
Oh, excellent. So then why did you want to come to OCA?
So actually, I was doing a Google search. No, but really, I have been in this field for 10 years, like we just spoke on. And when I called OCA, I spoke with Megan, and she left a really long-lasting first impression. And I'm a firm believer that you never get a second chance at a first impression. So for me, that stuck with me. And I felt right away that that was the perfect fit for me to be here and to let my skills go along with OCA's goals. I knew where OCA was headed. I'd had that conversation, and that was exactly what I was looking for. I actually had a time where I was going to leave this field just due to a little bit of burnout and just not really knowing where my skills could line up. But then again, through speaking with Megan and Margaret and Sylvia, I learned that I was going to be a perfect fit for OCA.
I agree. You are a perfect fit. But what's your favorite part about being here?
My favorite part is the participants. And let me explain further. I had a privilege of starting at OCA, like Margaret mentioned earlier, as a direct care professional, which allowed me to create a quick and strong bond with all of our participants in everyday life and in every department. I didn't just work with the adults. I got to work with our EI department. I got to work in aftercare, and I got to work with our behavioral staff just to kind of see how everything works here. So that will be really impactful for our First Light Academy and our uninsured, underinsured program.
Excellent. So what is one lesson that being part of the OCA team has taught you that you think that everyone should learn at some point in their life?
Being adaptable is what I would say. Just like every employee and participant here, we are all so different. No day is the same as the next here at OCA, which is something that I love. I don't want an ordinary day. I want a different day, a different impact, a different lesson each day. So some words that stuck with me starting here were to observe, listen, learn, and explore. I was a new employee to OCA, and I wanted to adapt quickly and have it seem like I've been here my whole life. So kind of like a chameleon, I would say.
That's an excellent answer. I love that so much. Thank you so much to Faye for joining us today, and thank you for tuning into this week's episode. If you have a question for Faye or any of our staff, send us an email at information@gooca.org. If you want to find out more about OCA, log on to gooca.org, follow us on Instagram at OCA4U, and follow us on Facebook at OCA, a special place for special needs. To donate, head to our gooca.org/donate, and to make a free and immediate impact, leave a review of our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share it with a friend. See you again soon for another episode of OCA, a special podcast for special people.